G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about all this insane information that's coming out from all the official ANZ Twitter pages, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, Fortnite's actual official main page, and whether these are leaks and updates and map changes for Chapter 3. Like, this is going under the radar right now. Fortnite is leaking so much information and releasing so much about this insane new update to do with Australia and New Zealand. Like, look at some of these photos. These are either major map changes, or it's an LTM, or one of the biggest creative updates we've ever seen. Like, this is huge. Alright, so let's take a look at whatever's going on in ANZ right now. If you guys don't know, I made a video yesterday talking about how the Fortnite ANZ, Fortnite Australia, New Zealand has created a Twitter page. And, you know, nothing too crazy about that, but the content that's coming out on this page is insane. And today, it has gotten even more ridiculous. We now have Nintendo AU-NZ, PlayStation AU, and Xbox ANZ all making posts related to Fortnite that have then been retweeted by Fortnite, and one of these looks like map changes. Like, it looks like leaks about a map. So I don't know what's going on. We'll look through it and I want to hear your guys' thoughts, because I am actually pretty sure we either have a massive update in creative, maybe it's like a creative hub, or maybe it's like a game mode, or it's in the actual game. I feel like this is a bit too much for a creative hub. I truly think this is something that is going to be in Fortnite in a major way. It's on official Fortnite ANZ channels and every single other main manufacturer of gaming consoles that plays Fortnite. Like, this is a big collaboration going on right now. So first tweet we have was the one that was tweeted out by Nintendo AU-NZ, and if you look at this, these are map changes. These are very serious changes to the map, or at least something in creative. I'm not really sure. We also have hashtag Fortnite ANZ. If you zoom in at the top, it says New Zealand equals something and Australia equals Straya. I'm not really sure what the one on the left is, but what do you guys make of this? Like, these are photos of a map. So maybe it's a creative hub, but I feel like already that is a lot of effort to go to. We'll come back to this. We'll circle back to this one so I can show you the rest of the evidence. We have PlayStation AU tweeting out 2 boarding passes, and as you can see, they're 2 different times. They're going from their destination is Auckland, New Zealand, and destination Sydney, Australia, and that looks like, obviously it's a Fortnite character, but it looks like maybe Jonesy. Is that Jonesy? I'm not entirely sure. Then Xbox ANZ tweeting out, could all passengers traveling down under please make their way to the Portal Lounge? And then the departures have Sydney, Auckland, Brisbane, Perth, and Melbourne, but those are the departure with the destination. We don't know where this is departing from. And it says flights are subject to delay. Please arrive at your gate 20 minutes before your requested time. And they have a whole bunch of times here, and they look like they're kind of going up in pretty standard increments. We have 6 o'clock Sydney, we have 8 o'clock Auckland because it's 24-hour time, we have 2 a.m. Brisbane, 5 a.m. Perth, and then we have 11 a.m. Melbourne. I don't know what to make of this. This is a lot of effort. And then if I go to the Fortnite ANZ actual Twitter page, who's retweeted all of this, we have 2 different clips. We have one that is just 2 people sitting down for a meal. One of them is doing laser beam smoko emote. In the background, we see a huge amount of buildings. Like, this is definitely either a POI or a massive creative map. And then if we look at Fortnite ANZ's other tweet, it says gnarly. It's kind of got the shuckers emote, and it says the breaks are coming to Fortnite 25th of the 11th 21. Are we now getting surfing in the game? Are we getting a new mechanic? Is this really all for a creative update, or is this actually going into Fortnite? Let's look into these clips a little bit more and that photo of the map changes. So let's start off with gnarly, the breaks are coming to Fortnite. We know that surfboards have already been in the game because they pretty much just got reskinned hoverboards. That wasn't anything crazy, but surfing. Could surfing be a mechanic in Chapter 3? Is this something they're actually going to use? Like, you get on the board and it works on water and it has some kind of wave or momentum mechanic. I don't know. It might just be hoverboards, but even just hoverboards coming back, reskinned as surfboards, would be absolutely massive. Also, we have the other one. Like I said, they're sitting down eating a meal, and in the background we have a huge location. This one does look more like creative to me than something that would be in game. A lot of the buildings look kind of 2D, or they don't look as detailed as what I'd expect at an actual POI in Fortnite. But if we go to the tweet that Nintendo AU-NZ made, that's very detailed drops. Like, those are very detailed locations that we can see. The top left is a tweet that we already saw tweeted by Fortnite ANZ as well, which looks like it might be a creative hub, but then all the other places look like actual locations. So is this for a creative hub and like some kind of map or game mode, or is this going to be something as big as like actual map changes or mechanics for chapter 3, or is this going to be potentially maybe an LTM? I don't know. It seems like a lot of effort to go to for a creative hub, right? Like, am I crazy in that? This is a lot of effort to go to just for something that might be in creative for a week or two. And even then, let's say maybe it does just go in for creative. This should be launching tomorrow. Maybe by the time I upload this video, it'll already be out and my video is pointless, but it looks like potentially this is something that could go in Fortnite at a later date though. Remember how HypeX was positive we were getting kangaroos? And we thought there was going to be kangaroos this season and everyone was freaking out and we just don't know what happened to that. Like, we had multiple leakers saying kangaroos are in the game. What if it's to do with this? What if it was maybe just for a creative hub, or a step further, what if this is for a creative hub or something now, but we're going to get them in the new chapter? Nothing says that just because maybe this launches and it's not in the game doesn't mean it's not going to be in chapter 3. Why would you go to this much effort and this much work hyping up Australia and New Zealand out of nowhere? Like, in case you guys are curious, we don't have Thanksgiving. We don't have some kind of Australia, New Zealand holiday coming up. It seems like a really weird time to just start putting a bunch of effort and focus onto a region that's existed for years. We've never had this before. So potentially, maybe it's something they put into creative or something now, but it's also a mechanic they're testing for chapter 3. Maybe we're bringing hoverboards back. Maybe there's surfing. Maybe there are kangaroos. Remember, we do have evidence that kangaroos 100% in the game files, and we're also getting rideable NPCs next chapter. We've been talking about that a little bit. I'll talk about that more in a future video, but am I onto something here? I don't know. Going outside of the ANZ Twitter channels, we also have it being posted by the official Fortnite game Twitter channel as well. It said, "Oi, now that we've got your attention, go and catch all of the latest Fortnite news direct from Australia and New Zealand at Fortnite ANZ, hashtag Fortnite ANZ." And now we have two other pretty much what looks like full-fledged map leaks. Like, is this really just in creative? Like, I'm starting to think more and more this could be in the game in some way. The one on the left looking like a giant beach with rocks in the distance, that maybe looks a little bit like creative. I'm noticing the terrain is a little bit kind of flat at the edge, but again, that's a lot of effort. But the one on the right looks like something you would see in Fortnite. So I don't know. We have it being posted now by the official Fortnite channel. So either this is a massive, massive creative update, I'm talking hub with some game modes and some crazy other stuff, or it's an LTM, or these are changes that could be going into Fortnite. I don't know why they would be leaking stuff for chapter 3 or whatever the next season is now when it comes to Fortnite, and it looks like the update is coming out in less than 24 hours. So maybe it's map changes right now to the end of the season. Is that crazy? Like, last season at the very end, we had that massive corny complex update where it like sucked it up into the sky, which seemed like a lot of effort when it was then removed 2 weeks later. So am I crazy to think this could maybe be going into the game? Like, they haven't done that much to hype it up on their main channels, but there's a lot on Twitter. Now, this isn't related to the Fortnite ANZ stuff, but I wanted to talk about it either way. We have the vote right now in-game between the Flintlock and the proximity launcher, but the way Epic announced it I find so strange. They tweeted, "The fight against the cubes continues. Fund the proximity launcher to blast your opponents back to the past, or fund the Flintlock to knock them into the next reality. Jump in game to vote now. The first to reach 100% unlocks immediately." That wording is so strange. Obviously, you know, knock them into the next reality. That is a reference to the next reality, which we're hearing a lot about. Another piece of evidence that chapter 3 is next season. But what about the proximity launcher to blast your opponents back to the past? Like, we're not going to go back to like the old map if the proximity launcher wins, right? Like, are they just saying that to sound cool and they don't actually mean anything to do with it? Because the knock them into the next reality definitely is a reference to what is happening right now and what's happening next. And of course, the Flintlock is winning the vote. Is this maybe like, does Epic know that the Flintlock would win because people like it more? Or is it this theory that they are rigging the votes actually true? Remember how we talked about with the mech coming out, the fact the funding happened way too fast and the mech got added like instantly? It was very clear Epic knew that the mech was going to go into the game. Like, yeah, we got to vote on it, but it was definitely going to be added because it's part of the storyline. They need the mechs in to bring in chapter 3 in the same way the mechs were in during season X to bring in chapter 2. That's what the theories are right now. So I don't know. I'm getting more suspicious about this whole like rigging the votes thing, because very clearly the Flintlock is going to win the vote, and then that's what's going to knock him into the next reality. Like, another piece of evidence I just thought it was interesting. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think I'm crazy for pointing this out? Do you think Epic was just, writing it to sound fancy, or does it actually mean something? Either way, whatever this is, it's really cool to see it being added to the game, and it's focusing around, my country and my region. I know a lot of you guys in yesterday's video got annoyed I kept saying ANZ. I'm sorry, that is how most people around the world say it that aren't Americans. I say Z in a lot of things, but ANZ just sounds weird. I'm sorry, sue me, but it's very cool to see this happening. I mean, I don't know what this could be, whether it is in creative, whether it's in the game, but this is a massive, massive amount of effort going into Fortnite around something that doesn't even seem like that important, in my opinion. Like, this isn't like a Christmas update. It's not like Easter. It's not like an event and a holiday that, the whole world is celebrating. Epic and Fortnite have randomly just been like, those two countries, that region, Australia, New Zealand, we like them. We're going to put a whole bunch of stuff in the game because of them. It seems really, really weird, but it's really awesome, and it goes in line with what I've been saying, that Epic is putting in a lot of effort right now, whether it's because of COVID, maybe easing up restrictions on work, maybe they're getting more staff, maybe they're hiring more people, whatever it is. Epic has gone from, very little communication, what looked like very little effort for a lot of Chapter 2 to now just ramping everything up. I'm so excited. Alright guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please chuck a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.